Good day, everyone. We will continue with our series on the muscles of the lower extremity, capping off with the muscles of the foot. It is easiest to study the muscles of the foot by breaking them down into layers, into groups. The first layer we will talk about is the dorsum of the foot, followed by the sole, which in turn is subdivided into four layers. The first, second, third, and fourth layers of the sole. We will start first by considering the muscles of the dorsum of the foot, and we need to remember only two. The extensor digitorum brevis, here shaded in red, and the extensor hallucis brevis, shaded in yellow. First, the extensor digitorum brevis originates from the dorsal surface of the calcaneus, and it inserts into the tendons of the extensor digitorum longus. It is innervated by the deep peroneal nerve, and its function is to extend all of the toes except the big toe, which is acted upon by the other muscle in the dorsum, which is the extensor hallucis brevis. The extensor hallucis brevis also originates from the dorsal surface of the calcaneus, but this time it inserts only into the base of the proximal phalanx of the big toe. We recall from our previous videos that whenever we hear the term hallucis, it has something to do with the big toe. It is also innervated by the deep peroneal nerve, and its function is to extend the big toe. Now we go into the sole of the foot, starting with the first layer, which is the most superficial layer. For the first layer, we need to remember three muscles, starting with the abductor hallucis. The abductor hallucis originates from the medial tubercle of the calcaneus, while inserting into the base of the proximal phalanx of the big toe. It is innervated by the medial plantar nerve. We can easily remember this because of the medial location of the abductor hallucis, and its function, as the name implies, is to abduct the big toe. In the middle, we have the flexor digitorum brevis, which originates from the medial tubercle of the calcaneus over here and inserts into the middle phalanges of the lateral foretoes. It is also innervated by the medial plantar nerve, just like the abductor hallucis. But this time, the flexor digitorum brevis flexes the middle phalanges of the lateral foretoes. So all of the toes except the big toe. Finally, the most lateral of the first layer of muscles, the abductor digiti minimi. The abductor digiti minimi originates from the medial and the lateral tubercles of the calcaneus, and it inserts into the proximal phalanx of the little toe. It is innervated by the lateral plantar nerve, and its function is to abduct the little toe. Next, we have the second layer, which only has two muscles in it. The quadratus plantae, here in the center, originates from the medial and the lateral side of the calcaneus, while inserting into the tendons of the flexor digitorum longus. The quadratus plantae is innervated by the lateral plantar nerve, and its function is to aid in flexing the toes. We also have the lumbricals, the lumbrical muscles here, which are four muscles. They originate from the tendon of the flexor digitorum longus, while themselves inserting into the proximal phalanges and the extensor expansion of the foot. The first of the lumbricals, which is this one, the more medially located lumbrical, is innervated by the medial plantar nerve, whereas the remaining lateral three are innervated by the lateral plantar nerve. The function of the four lumbricals is to flex the metatarsophalangeal joints and to extend the interphalangeal joints. Going deeper, we now go into the third layer of the sole of the foot, where we encounter three muscles. Starting with the most medial, the flexor hallucis brevis. The flexor hallucis brevis originates from the cuboid over here, as well as the third cuneiform bone, while inserting into the proximal phalanx of the big toe. It is innervated by the medial plantar nerve, which again we can deduce from its medial location, and its function is to flex the big toe. Moving to the center, we have the adductor hallucis. The adductor hallucis actually has two heads, the oblique head and the transverse head over here. The oblique head originates from the base of the second to the fourth metatarsals while inserting into the proximal phalanx of the big toe. It is innervated by the lateral plantar nerve, and its function is to adduct the big toe. The transverse head, on the other hand, originates from the capsule of the lateral four metatarsophalangeal joints. But it also inserts, as we can see, into the proximal phalanx of the big toe and also has the same innervation and the same action as the oblique head. Finally, we have the flexor digiti minimi brevis, which is the most lateral of these. The flexor digiti minimi brevis originates from the base of the fifth metatarsal while inserting into the proximal phalanx of the little toe. Owing to its lateral location, it is innervated by the lateral plantar nerve, and it is function for flexing the little toe. We recall that when we encounter the term digiti minimi, such pertains to the little toe. Finally, we encounter the fourth, the deepest of the layers in the sole of the foot, which are comprised of the interossi muscles. The interossi muscles are grouped into either plantar interossi or dorsal interossi. There are four dorsal interossi, while there are three plantar interossi. Let us start first with the three plantar interossi. They originate from the medial sides of the third to fifth metatarsals. These are the third to fifth metatarsals. And they insert into the medial sides of the base of the proximal phalanges 3 to 5. Owing to their lateral location, they are innervated by the lateral plantar nerve, and their function is to adduct the toes, to flex the proximal, and extend the distal phalanges. We have the dorsal interossi interspersed, and these are four as compared to the plantar interossi, which are three muscles. The four dorsal interossi muscles originate from the shafts of the metatarsal bones, and they insert into the proximal phalanges of the second toe and the third and the fourth toes. They are also innervated by the lateral plantar nerve, and their function is to abduct the toes and to flex the proximal and extend the distal phalanges. Therefore, a key takeaway here is that the plantar interossi, they are responsible for adducting the toes, that is to bring the toes together, whereas the dorsal interossi are responsible for abducting the toes, for bringing the toes apart.